probably spy on me. I've been going through some enough, keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me. I'm here to inspire. I admire that you admire me. I've been in the dark, but
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw on second down. Cohen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On second down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Looking to throw. Cohen. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago. Robert Foster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 83 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Lions have recovered.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cohen underneath for Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Foster. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears will add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down. Cohen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Cohen. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. And Parkey's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 127 in his great career. Moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Cohen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Please. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake. Cohen. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play on third down for the Lions. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cohen dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back to throw. Cohen dancing to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Cohen, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And this one is right down the middle, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cohen. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On the right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. From the gun, Cohen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this First half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Following the fumble recovery. Cohen, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Johnson running left. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll throw now on the final play. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Cohen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Parkey with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off play action. Cohen. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys as well.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So out now come the Lions. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!"
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Cohen. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cohen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much, Austin?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They go to Johnson again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Looking to throw. Cohen throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warner. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Cohen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Cohen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And an alley to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he cuts it out to the sideline. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.